In this clip we're going to look at reproducing a random shape or figure. Here I've got the random shape. I've got two actually, one on this up here called A and one called B. We're going to look at A to start with. Now the first thing you've got to work out is, when you reproduce this, does it need to sit in the same orientation to the page as it's drawn here? So if we took the page edge as being a horizontal edge, what are the angles that it's sitting on? If it has to be reproduced in exactly the same orientation, then you need to put down a horizontal reference line to start with. If it's sitting with one of the edges as a base that's sitting horizontal, then it's pretty easy to start straight from there. Okay, we want this one in orientation. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually set up my page, so the actual drawing page, set it up so that the page is parallel to my parallel rule. And when you have got it parallel, slide your rule down and just right at the base tip here, or the vertex of the angle, draw in or scribe a baseline. Okay, so that's a horizontal reference line. From there, then we can start to do our drawing. So I'll just move that out of the way, off to the side, sit it over here, and I'll keep referring back to that. So this horizontal line is our reference. So I'm going to put a horizontal line down here, leaving enough room for my drawing to fit in. Put down a construction line, which gives me a horizontal line, which is this reference one through here. With reproducing a figure or a shape, the technique that we're using is a triangulation type of method. And we're basically saying that if we can work out two distances and find a point from those distances, then we know where things are. So let's have a look here. So if we go, okay, let's start this point here. We can put this in wherever we want. So I'm going to say that I'm going to start right here with that point. That is my start. So I'm going to come to my drawing, get my compass, and I'm going to put my compass point right on that point for starting and set my compass out till it is exactly crossing the end of the line there. With a fiddle. When you've got it, what will it do? So we can see there that that's an arc that crosses right on the end of that line. So I'm going to come to my start point, that down, and I'm going to swing that arc around. Now we know that that distance from there to there sits somewhere on this arc. When you measure that and you put your arc around to check it, keep it going down till it crosses our reference horizontal line there. Okay, so we know that our line is somewhere on this arc, which is the same as this arc here. Now what we need to do is find out what distance it is from this intersection point down here. So we come to that intersection point and we come back up till it crosses where that angle is right in there. When you've got it right, you can see there that that crosses right on that point intersection. I'm going to come over to this side here where my drawing is, compass point down, and swing that arc there. So we've used two measurements, measurement from here to here and a measurement from here to here, and where they intersect, which is this point here, must be where our line ends. So what I'll do is I'll just draw that in. I'll put it straight in as an outline so you guys can see. Just make sure that the pencil's going to cross in the right spot. So there is my first leg. Okay, next one. How do we find the next one? Well, we know that the length of the line is from this point here right out to the end. So we know that length. We can set our compass to that. Swing an arc around there. You can see it crosses right on the length of that line. So I can come down to here to this point, right in that intersection there, and swing an arc out there. So we know that that line stops somewhere on that arc. What we have got to get our second measurement to find out where this point here is, we've got that length there. Our second measurement we can use can come from where we started from, back down here, because we know that that end of that line must end up here somewhere. So we'll use that reference point there to triangulate where our point is. So if we come off there, so the compass doesn't slip, swing that around there, across the arc, and that will give us an intersection point which will be right at the end of that line. So let's put that outline in. So there's our next line. Next one. Where do we go from there? Same deal again. We know that the length of the line is from there to there, so we'll know it through it. We'll reproduce that over on this side. How do we find where that point there is? Once again, we'll use our starting point as our reference to come out. Look for where it crosses and intersects the end of the line. That's pretty good. Come back over here to our reference start point and out there to cross. My arc swings I'm doing a little bit darker than I normally would, just so you guys can see them on the video, but make sure that your arcs are really light construction, 4H pencil, so that they just fade away into the background. Okay, where do we go to next? We just keep working our way around. End of the line, get our length of it, right there, across to this point, swing our arc around. If you're not sure where it's going to go, you can swing a really big arc, but you can see from looking at the drawing exactly where it's going to be. Now we've done that one. Once again, back down to our start reference point and where they intersect. End of the line there. Straight down through there. And there we have the final finished reproduced shape. It should be sitting in the same orientation, same length lines, same angles and everything. The second one, same method, exactly the same, doesn't matter what shape it is. Thank you.